Today's video is all about teeth, jaws, muscles, and claws. And on this YouTube channel, when isn't it? Hello, my name is Turneth Turnover. I'm the original alligator girl of Alabama, the original prehistoric girl of Pennsylvania. On this YouTube channel, I talk about dinosaurs, animation, animals, and commentary. If you like any of those subjects, please share this video, like, and subscribe. I'll be discussing the show Extreme Dinosaurs, the first episode, and scientific accuracy. And I don't know why I'm yelling. To understand the show Extreme Dinosaurs, we have to go back to their beginning, being brought to sentience by Argor Zardock, interdimensional madman who could have chose to cure diseases, but instead chose to create sentient and sapient dinosaurs. For his first and failed experiment, he chooses a T-Rex, king of all lizards, a Stegosaurus, a Triceratops, and a pterodactyl. As the quartet realizes they can talk, the leader T-Rex demands to know the reason behind Argor's feverish yearnings. You know, like for his own dinosaur army. Surprise, surprise, they've all got thoughts in their heads now, and they decide they've got better things to do than to be Argor Zardock's big scaly puppets. So he drops them Professor New Eyes style, back down to the prehistoric meadows below. Argor Zardock extracts a new bunch of ne'er-do-wells, all raptors. All raptors, he gives them all strength, pulling back a bit on what he calls giving them free will. They aren't brain dead, but they are devoted. The raptors canonically see Argor as their father figure, and their names are Hax Raptor, Spitter Raptor, and Bad Raptor. The group of extreme dinosaurs are T-Bone the T-Rex, Stegs the Stegosaurus, Spike the Triceratops, and Bullseye the Pterodactyl. Now, I don't make the rules, the T-Rex has to be the leader. And he is. T-Bone's his name, stomping raptor trash is his game. Yeah, that's what T-Bone calls raptors in this show. He even calls raptors his mortal enemy. And he does this while hanging out with a Triceratops. Okay, I will do my best to condense what happens in this show, because there is a lot of things that go down, and it wasn't until I was writing down everything that happened, event after event after event, that I realized just how busy this show actually is. If I went event after event after event, you would probably be lost, and I would be lost. I would just be really all over the place. So I am only going to talk about the basics and the characters. And the scientific accuracy. Now let's get back to the good dinosaurs. But yes, now cursed with their newfound knowledge, the quartet scours the scrungy ground below. And this is where we meet another essential character, Chedra Vodsak. Chedra and her crew are after Argor Zardock, whose name I forgot to state earlier, loosely translates to interdimensional weenie. Chedra, her lieutenant, and the rest of her crew are hot on the trail of Argor Zardock. Bad Rap, with the help of Argor, damages Chedra's vessel with one of Argor's red-hot beams, thus causing the good guys to check on her. Chedra, who's literally hopping dimensions and chases weirdos like Argor Zardock, is having a hard time seeing talking dinosaurs. It's like that purple cat being shocked by Pinocchio. T-Bone is as much of a talker as he is wanting to get straight to the point. It's obsequiously obscene that Chedra and her crew need help to secure Argor. But Chedra attempts to turn the dinos away due to the fact that foreign interference violates Rule 502 Section P. You're going to hear Chedra quote the rules on this show more than Flicker the Dragon quotes his Knight's Handbook. If it wasn't for the overview of the show or the design, Chedra would be a babbling cliche. Shows that have characters tongue twist rules at both the audience and other characters has been done to fossilization. Only a few shows have done it right. And here it's tolerable. Anyway. Now Argor has to learn a very hard lesson. You don't just show up in someone's dimension and fire your weapons everywhere. T-Bone in the dinosaurs dimension is breaking down, prompting Argor to go buy some intergalactic milk. But Dreadnoughtus, thanks to Chedra, the guys can sleep in some sort of cryo chamber or something like that. And they slumber all the way to present day, which is 1996. And here we meet two recurring villains. This narcissistic paleo nerd, and the more memorable of the two of them, Dr. Becky Scarwell. Both of them want the dinosaurs for their own reasons. But that Becky Scarwell, something about her is just so chilling. Scarwell tries to use some sort of creepy scientific sedation, but the dinosaurs wake up before she can do anything. But the raptors, who also found the sleep chambers, wake up too. Of course, the good dinosaurs have won another battle, but time is something they cannot win against. Chedra has to tell them the truth. After 60 million years, their species is extinct. It seems like they have a hard time understanding this, and flying over a dinosaur museum doesn't make it any better. Well, this museum actually seems like someone's hobby, and not just any someone. This is a scene where we meet another main character, Mr. Porcupine DeVal, but throughout the show, he's just called Pork. Pork's museum is located in Nevada. He also has ties to the military. He knows a lot about machinery. In later show episodes, Stegs can fashion hovering craft out of trash that Pork's just got laying around in his junkyard. I'm just giving out the clues as to why Pork isn't screaming. He's probably seen stuff we've only read in comic books. And he takes the dinosaurs right in. However, this wholesome moment is interrupted by Bad Rap's broadcast. Yeah, Bad Rap's on TV. And for the last battle, all of the dinosaurs decide. To beat a dinosaur, you have to be a dinosaur. And that is their driving. To beat up Bad Rap. And Chedra stays to make sure it's all done by the book. Now, as for the scientific accuracy, T-Bone has lips, I guess? They're sentient, sapient dinosaurs that shoot laser guns and fly ships, okay? However, Spike and Stegs are vegetarians. And it was made like 30 years ago. There's jokes about the dinosaurs being cold-blooded. None of the raptors have feathers. The show even seems to think that Bad Rap and the bad guys can survive in 130 degrees Fahrenheit. But this is still one of my favorite shows. I called Stegs the Double D of the group. That's because he's voiced by Sam Vincent, the same actor who voiced Double D from Ed, Edd and Eddy. Chedra is voiced by Stevie Valance. She's another favorite voice actor of mine, and I knew her best as Dixie Kong from the Donkey Kong Country series, and Nat from Growing Up Creepy. T-Bone is voiced by Scott McNeil. Jason Gray Stanford voices Bullseye. Bad Rap is voiced by Gary Chalk. Lee Tokar voices Hax. Terry Klassen voices Spitter. Spike is voiced by QC Mankuma. Without the voice acting or the writing, the show just wouldn't be watchable. And the show is not very fluidly animated, which is why I thought it was made like years earlier. And of course the designs are, well, the show has a signature style, I'll just say that. Spitter looks like he has some kind of gum disease, but that doesn't matter because I like the show just so much. It looks upbeat, but it can get pretty dark, just like that other 90s dinosaur show. This is only episode 1. I want to review other episodes of this show, so if that sounds like something you'd like to see, please subscribe, because there'll be a lot more dinosaur-themed things on this YouTube channel. But most importantly, thank you for tolerating me.